Welcome to Race 8 of Aflac Cup Series Season 3 for the Tropicana 200 in Miami, Florida. Say happy birthday to Carl Edwards, you're the man. In row 1, here we have Matt Kenseth on the pole and Kurt Busch. Row 2, Jay McMurray and Martin Truex Jr. Row 3, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon. Row 4, AJ Allmendinger, David Rudiman. Row 5, Jimmy Johnson, Gino Harvey. Row 6, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin. Row 7, David Reagan, Greg Biffle. Row 8, Juan Montoya and Ryan Newman. Row 9, Kyle Busch and Casey Kane. Row 10, Carl Edwards and Clint Boyer. Row 11, Jeff Burton, Dale Jr. Row 12, Tony Stewart, Marcus Ambrose. And then row 13, Kevin Harvick. Here are your DNQs: Keselowski, Bryce Harvey, Paul Menard, and Brian Vickers. Let's start your engines. Fields will roll off here in a second, and there they go. The field is rolled off, and we're going to go green flag racing here in Miami. Lap 1 of 10. Kurt Busch taking a commanding lead early. Kurt Busch down the backstretch into the lead right away. Kurt Busch going to lead the first lap of this race. Matt Kenseth trying to catch back up. See a flyby of the field here. Already 3 wide going on here. Geez, Kevin Harvick making a move early. Matt Kenseth starting to catch Kurt Busch on lap 3 here. Kenseth, he's right to the bumper. He's in sideways. They make contact. They both get loose. Kenseth to the inside. Is he going to make the pass? Lap 4, Kurt Busch. Oh, Kurt Busch pulls away. Kenseth walks up the track. Now Kurt Busch, he's in the clear. Oh, we got a crash. Harvey, Gordon. Hamlin, hard into Harvey. And Burton comes flying out of nowhere. Jeff Burton on his side again, 2 weeks in a row. That's something there. Jeff Burton flipped on the side just like last week. Let's check it out in this replay. Looks like Jimmy gets loose and makes contact. Looks like Rudiman wrecks Harvey, and then Hamlin, and then Burton just nowhere to go. A little 3 wide situation where he tries to brake, but not going to happen. We're going to go back green here. Oh, Kenseth gets loose. McMurray up the track. Allmendinger jumps into third. AJ Allmendinger coming out of nowhere. And Kurt Busch almost gets turned into a wall by Martin Truex. Truex is going to take the lead. And then Martin gets spun out by Jimmy Johnson. Logano involved. McMurray involved. 3 cars involved. Reagan barely gets by. We're going to have to check out that wreck again here in a second. McMurray going to the garage area. Look at this. Martin gets turned by Jimmy and turned again. Kenseth, what a save. And then Reagan, both Roush cars barely avoiding that wreck. Good job, Roush team. And now we got 3 to go. Truex and Kurt Busch. And look at that momentum. Kurt Busch gets down out of turn 2. Kurt Busch slings into the lead. AJ Allmendinger jumps in the second. AJ Allmendinger coming out of nowhere lately. He has done nothing this season but have a bad season, and now here he is in second position. 1 to go. Kurt Busch. He walks up the track, but he gets a nice little run down the backstretch. Here goes Allmendinger. Allmendinger gets into him. Kurt Busch and Allmendinger. But AJ Allmendinger holds the field off and wins the Tropicana 200. AJ Allmendinger wins the race. And he shocks the NASCAR world. What a race by AJ Allmendinger. Let's check out that finish. AJ Allmendinger gets into Kurt there. The winning move. Kurt slams the wall. Purposely wrecks Allmendinger, but he slams the outside wall, comes down, and wrecks past the finish line. What a great way to win, even though it tore up a race car. But he's going to keep that one forever. I guarantee it. His first ever NASCAR win. Good job, AJ. Meanwhile, we check out the points and the finishing order. Jimmy Johnson, he finishes 4th. He moves up to 3rd in points from 7th. What a move by Jimmy. Juan Montoya gets a well-needed finish. He's been struggling as of late. David Reagan, nice showing today, up in 7th. A nice top 10 finish. First of the Roush camp. There's Matt Kenseth starting on the pole, and there's Carl Edwards, the birthday boy, with a top 10. And moves up to 1st in points. Good job, Carl. Did good today. Clint Boyer up in 5th in points. Nice job for him. There's Kyle Busch up in 4th. Ryan Newman 9th in points and top 10. Kevin Harvick, he's also in the top 10 in points. Tied for 10th with Kurt Busch, actually. Casey Kane staying inside that top 20 after a rough start, but he's starting to get the hang of it here. Tony Stewart. And then Jay McMurray getting caught up in a wreck. He's still up there in the points, but he's just having bad luck this year in a way. Joey Logano, he was looking forward to a season. He had a good season 1, but season 2 was rough for him. Looks like this season's going to be even worse. Jeff Burton falls out of the top 20, so he's not locked into the next race. There's Gino Harvey up in 7th, and that skills machine looking pretty. Jeff Gordon, he's tied for first in the points with Carl. And then there's Marcus Ambrose, who's had a good start to the series and then just kind of falling lately. And then there's the rest of the points. And this is JG24JM26 signing out. Good job, AJ.